Welcome back to the Kearsarge Chronicle. We're here at Spring Ledge Farms in front of the corn maze, and I'm here with its creator, Jay Lizotte. Jay, thanks for joining us.
Sure, thanks for coming.
Tell us first what inspired the idea to do the corn maze this year, because this is the first year.
It is the first year. We were looking for another activity kind of to offer our customers beyond just looking at plants and produce, and we wanted to offer an experience. We did not have access to a field close to the farm stand in the past where we could do this, so a local family, the Messers, are allowing us to use this field to do this maze, and we thought it'd be something that'd be fun for the community to take part in.
Now, this is something you had to plan from the start of the growing season.
Right, in fact, we started talking about it last fall, and so the preparation of this field began last fall. In the spring, with the final preparation, involved fertilizers and things like that, and I planted this field in both directions, 90-degree angles to itself, and as a result, the tractor tires left a grid out here that I could then go out and count the number of squares this way, and I came up with my graph, if you will, and I transferred that onto a piece of paper, and then on that paper I made all the paths and designed the maze itself.
So Jay, after the corn started growing up, you had to get your grid out and then sort of pull those plants out where you wanted the pathway to be.
That's right.
I can't believe how tall this corn grows. I mean, you really can't see to the next place that you're going to.
And this is why we used this type of forage corn, because sweet corn, which is what we sell at the farm stand, is not nearly this tall. So sweet corn is my height, maybe 7 or 8 feet tall, but we wanted something 10 to 12 feet tall so that when you're out here in the maze, you wouldn't know where you were at. You couldn't find your bearings.
You really feel lost.
And that was the idea, is that you go to all the dead ends, try to figure out where you were going, find the different things that are out here in the scavenger hunt, and eventually you'll find your way out.
All right, you know the way, right?
Yes.
You have the cheat sheet.
Well, it's all up in here, but we'll go this way.
These corn stalks are tall enough that any age group could really have fun with this corn
Right.
maze. And I know that Spring Ledge is encouraging people to come out and really have fun with it. So tell me about the response you've been getting.
We've had lots of great responses. In fact, one of the things we've done to get responses is we've had a raffle that you fill out for on your way out. And part of that is to get feedback on what their experience was like in the maze, what they liked, what they didn't like, and it's been overwhelmingly positive.
That's terrific.
Yeah, people have had a good time in here and come back more than once, which we're happy to see.
Throughout the maze, there are things for people to find.
Right.
And I see we're coming upon one now.
Well,
Mr. Scarecrow here.
This Mr. Scarecrow here is actually not one of the items. He's just put here as a decoration, though there is a scarecrow out in the maze for people to find.
Okay.
We've got these little stakes with a platform with a pen, so you'll know that it is one of the scavenger hunt items when you find it.
Because the kids get a booklet.
They get a booklet. Actually, anybody who comes through gets a booklet, and it tells the story about how Farmer Jay forgot his stuff in the field, the corn grew up and he couldn't find it, and please help Farmer Jay find his items. So there's about 10 or 12 items in here, and on that booklet it lists what the items are, so that when you find it, you know it's one of the items. And it's, you know, hose and irrigation and have heart traps, things like that. Things that we use around here, and some things for fun, like a corn cob pipe, which I don't actually use, but it's something fun to put out there. Yeah.
And as they find the items, there's a letter that they write down in the book?
Yes, right. We originally started with a stamp, and we found the stamps didn't stand up well here to the weather, so we put pens instead, but told them what letter to write. So if they find all the things, it spells out a phrase. And then if they do that, they can bring it back to the farm stand and they get a little prize.
That's great.
Yeah.
That makes added fun in addition to just
Right.
going through the maze.
Yes, exactly. There's something to do while you're out here, not just find your way out, which is also something to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well,
Yeah.
let's go on to the
Okay.
next item. I know that you're planning a special event on Halloween night. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we are going to open the maze up Halloween evening. We're going to work in conjunction with the town as they have an evening walk here where the Colby drama folks participate in that and dress up in costume and whatnot. We haven't worked out all the specifics yet. Other than that, we will definitely be open for the evening hours, and there'll be 2 walkthroughs, one not so haunted for the young children and one a little bit more haunted for the older kids and the adults.
Oh,
So
that's great.
It'll be fun, yeah.
I know the outing club's doing some activities that night too, so the whole town can come out and kind of do a little
Right.
bit of everything.
Yep,
which is-
we're working with all those folks to try to work it into the whole schedule.
That's
Yeah.
terrific.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah.
So tell me about how people can come and do the corn maze. Are there hours? Can they come anytime?
The corn maze is open when the farm stand is open. So the farm stand is open usually 9 to 6, and we generally recommend people don't come after 5 because it does take at least an hour, if not longer, to get through here.
Okay.
And yeah, so you can come anytime you want that we're open. You can come through the maze, and we'll have specific events like the Halloween event, which will be outside the farm stand hours. But yeah, you can come anytime we're here and we're open.
And there's a really small fee, but it covers, of course, all the planning and all the time that it took
That's
you
right.
guys
That's right.
to put this together, and it's well worth it because it's so
It is.
cool.
We have had we've had good feedback about that. We did some research based on what other mazes charge and what their fees are, and we were right along in line with that. And yeah, no, we've had people come back multiple times, so I don't think anybody's found that part to be an issue. But yeah, it was expensive. Labor is the biggest part because there's I spent a lot of hours out here in this maze, as has others. Yeah.
Well, it's really neat. I hope that as we walk through, I hope you all take advantage and come out to Spring Ledge Farms right here on Main Street in New London and take advantage of this really great corn maze. You've got 1¼ miles of trails, and it's just a fun thing for everybody. I'm having fun, and I'm a grown-up.
Yeah, it's for all ages, and please come help me find my stuff that I lost out here.
When TKC returns, Adam joins Lori at Clark's Hardware to wrap up some tips for winter lawn care. We'll be right back.